Don't forget about the app this time.
He will.
Remember,
All right, so
XCAL all caps.
yep, all caps all the time.
Oh yeah. All right.
I got DQ on the 86 car. That car is not registered for this heat race. It's registered for the next heat race. 2-car strike charge. That car is registered for the next heat race. 11 p.m.
Alrighty. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 9 o'clock Heat 4 in advance of the K2 Sauce 350 for tomorrow night's XCAL Racing $2 Tuesday series. Heat race number 4 is presented by Butt Kicker, known for their transducers, including the Gamer 2 that adds instant immersion to any game. Unlike a subwoofer that moves air, Butt Kicker products move actual mass, producing a haptic immersion that's powerful and accurate. Blake Wins received a Gamer 2 unit for winning the All-Star race. Powerful devices will be awarded throughout the year, like the championship-winning car owner, and as well as 2 special events. Use code XCAL 20, all one word, to save 20% now through the end of the year at www.thebuttkicker.com. You can see the starting lineup, the current provisional starting lineup on your screen. Let's show you what's happening during practice, or qualify, I should say. Currently under a minute out. You can see as well on the top of your screen for the race winner, the pole time to beat is a 21.301. Just had to move that real quick. That's currently set by the Jonathan Bronson. So if the race winner is faster than 21.301, they will start on the provisional pole. Qualifying is officially wrapped up. These drivers are just finishing up their lap times. Derek Colson decides, you know what, I want to spin out. I want to go upside down, flip 1.5 times, and just lay on my roof for the heck of it. I don't know why. Anyway, just a couple seconds away from giving you the starting lineup. Here's who's already in the field. Trevor Birchmeyer, Marty Sakala, Joe Campbell, Tyler Jalbert, Jeff Edgar, Logan Jones, Kendrick Cryer, Christopher Johnson, Jonathan Bronson, Jordan Babinger, Greg Holes, Alex Halenar, Travis Sukup, Mason Foster, and Tyler McRae. Here's the starting lineup for Heat 4 of the K2 Sauce 350. It is Luke Turpin and Kenny Tripp make up row 1. Turpin backed out after deciding, you know what, it's not a good starting spot if I am currently in 3rd or 4th in heat race number 3. Row 2, Chase Johnson, Patrick Sullivan, both in for the first time tonight. Row 3 is Sean Andrews and Gregorio Dorso. Row 4 is Matt Bear and John Fraley, a tough heat for Bear last time out. Rounding out the top 10, Stephen Rex and Tyler Batchelder, first time we've seen him tonight. Row 6, it's Sean Patrick and Ryan Seams. That team looking to get in for the first time this season. Row number 7, it's Shane Briggs and Art Hendren. Row 8, Derek Colson and Jeremy Leto. And row 9 actually is a DQ lane. So let's actually show you that there. That's the rest of the starting lineup. The 52 and the 86 have been DQ'd. Their entries are not in time. They will be in for the 11 o'clock heat. While we're at it, let's tell you this. The tomorrow night's feature, 350 laps, will be broadcasted at 7:20 on Twitch and Facebook's How to Suck at iRacing page. And that should be a fun one at Thompson Speedway Motorsports Park. With 44 entries now, because we had 2 additional entries on the list, that means that there will be an extra $43 on the purse. Plus, because there are 43 pit stalls around Thompson, one driver will be going home. And from the looks of it, that one driver that's currently on the bubble would be, I want to say, the 131 of Ryan Seams has to make top 5 in these in one of these next 2 heats, or else he will be DNFing, as the 86 and the 52 are above in standings due to provisionals. So here we go, as heat number 2 is about to go down. We will show you as well the best times when we are in the second half of the heats. As Luke Turpin, Kenny Tripp bring the field to green. Here we go. Heat number 4 of XCAL Racing is on. Side by side, Turpin in the wall already. Big issues on the 454. All the way to the bottom of the racetrack and is blinking very badly. Stuck 3 wide. That's Gregorio Dorso's on the wall. Turpin with issues early on. And continues to lag as Matt Bear gets turned to the 19. Makes a nice save. Turpin involved as well.
Sorry, Luke, you were gone, man. You came up and you were sideways in front of the zone.
Yeah, 454, get the connection issues fixed. You just reappeared inside one of another car.
Not what Turpin wants to be hearing early on. As Kenny Tripp currently continues to lead. He's led all the laps so far. Again, his fastest time is a 21.39. That would put him second on the grid for right now. Teammate Patrick Sullivan in second. Chase Johnson third. Sean Andrews fourth. Gregorio Dorso is currently in fifth. Now you got to keep in mind as well, a lot of controversy out of the Sullivan iRacing Motorsports / mainly asphalt camp, as the driver of the number 2, or well, the car number, is on the witness protection program. Brandon Varney was not the best of drivers last week, so to speak, and because of his actions, he has been blacklisted for the rest of the season. For fourth, Dorso tries the inside on Andrews. Nothing working out with Dorso. Obviously, him, Ron DeLetto, and Tyler McRae have been in a lot of heavy controversy these past few weeks. Ooh, contact there for a second. Chase Johnson all over Patrick Sullivan for the position there. And Johnson takes away. And look at the brake rotors here at Thompson. You can easily see them under the lights. They are glowing red. That's something pretty cool to see. Sullivan with the crossover. Tries the inside for the second position. Let's see if it can work here off the turn. Johnson says, I'll give it back to you. But because of that, opens the door for Sean Andrews in the 23. Puts the bumper to Johnson. Once, nearly twice on the exit. That got very dicey. We had one driver that crashed. That was Sean Patrick, who is up on his roof. Gets the car towed onto pit road. No caution. We remain under the green flag conditions. A couple of drivers keep in mind that that did not make mandatory minimum practice. John Schwartz, Derek Colson, Kendrick Cryer, Charlie Beals, Austin Edwards, Octavio Rondeletto, and Shane Briggs. Now, their car numbers, the 01, the 66, and the 77 are all inside the top 15 in standings and have not made it in yet. Kendrick Cryer has already made it in via top 5. Just an FYI for those wondering at home. And the drivers who have not practiced yet today include, or have not completed a heat today, include the 062 and the 999 of those that I have on my end that did not, actually the 062 is the only one, I should say, that has not, that's outside the top 15, who would have a provisional as long as he completes a lap in a heat if he wants to make the feature. If he does not enter in the 11 o'clock session, or take part in the 11 o'clock session, I should say, he would be eliminated. But this is a good battle on track as Andrews continues to blank. And update you on Luke Turpin, by the way. He has dropped back to 13th. We had a crash on the track. Jeremy Lutto spun in, I think that is turn 2. And it is. Keeps it straight. We stay green. Going to be 14 laps in the books this time by Kenny Tripp with a 2.5 second lead over Patrick Sullivan. Continuing to watch that great battle that's happening on track for a second. That's 2 through 5 on your screen. Nice battle for 6. We'll show that one to you there. And it's Tyler Batchelder and Matt Bear having a nice swam. Bear trying the outside of Batchelder. Not as good of an entry compared to the 53, but Bear's got to run underneath. 4/6 on the track. Ooh, Bear drove it in a little bit deeper than expected. Batchelder leads it by about a tire there at the stripe. So Batchelder taking away that position. But there are 2 through 5 on your screen having a nice battle. Oh, Johnson is loose. He's got to keep it straight. He may have locked the brakes up there. Not too sure. But if this were to stand right now, Kenny Tripp would start in second. Patrick Sullivan with a 21.41. That put him 5th on the grid provisionally. And then, 6th on the grid provisionally. Chase Johnson, who has a 21.42. That would put him 9th on the grid provisionally. Sean Andrews with a 21.46. That would put him 12th on the grid provisionally. And Gregorio Dorso has a 21.5. That would put him, I want to say, I'm thinking here, 4, 8, 12, 16. 16th on the grid for Dorso. That's been a great battle that we have seen in this race. Johnson taking a peek on the inside for the second position. We got to show you. Oh my, that's close. We got to show you the glowing rotors. I don't know if you can see them that well. The 57, does it change when he's on the brakes? Nope, that's actually just part of the wheel well there. But let's show you what the gearbox, though, of Chase Johnson looks like, because he's got Andrews all over his rear. And we can show you the same with Sullivan. That went out for a split second. All this happening while Kenny Tripp has pulled away to a 3.4 second lead. K2 sauce is the only official sauce of XCAL Racing. Everything sauce, barbecue sauce, steak sauce, ketchup, and more all in one. Only sauce you'll ever need, also available in hot. Get their sauce at the Made in America online store. 18 laps to go here in Heat 4 for the K2 Sauce 350. The 11 o'clock session will be broadcasted. However, though, there will be no commentary. You will still see all the action on the track. Just no commentary will be provided by me in that broadcast. That is brought to you by Tri-E Inc. And I will also add a sponsorship for Sim Racer Coin in as well. Johnson scrapes the wall there for a moment. Let's see if Andrews takes evasive action here. Tried the inside there. Does not work on the 23's advantage. 16 laps to go here. They are working on lap traffic. That's Derek Colson, the yellow car in the background. Oh, Andrews put a bumper to Chase Johnson. That got close there, and that's going to cost him time. Could open the door up here for Gregorio Dorso, running in 5th, and could propel him to a possible top 20 starting spot. Johnson trying again on the inside of Pat Sullivan for the runner-up spot. Doesn't work there again. This is just like Darlington. The high groove is where you want to be around this short track. Andrews is there. He can taste the pass, but I think what he's doing, being a little bit conservative right now if I'm that 23 car. Johnson trying to set things up here on Patrick Sullivan. Oh, that's tight. Some wall contact from someone. We can tell you, by the way, Shane Briggs went off the track. He is in pit road. Derek Colson lets those guys battle it out for second position. This is a 3-car shootout for that spot. You can see the tail of the tape. Who's the biggest mover so far? Sullivan's up 2. Andrews is up 1. Johnson has held serve in 3rd. Who's got the better safety rating? It's Sean Andrews. And the better I rating, I think, is him as well. But that is going to be a great battle to the end, no question about it. One of the cleaner races we've had so far today in Heat 4, caution-free. Last heat was just a wreck fest and led to single-file restarts. Gregorio Dorso backs out of it. Here goes Johnson. Tries the inside on Sullivan for P2 on the track. Can he get it here? Down the back straightaway. door to door into turn 3. It's tight racing. Oh, contact there. The sparks fly. They're even off of 4. Being and banging. They're trading paint at the line. It's Sullivan for second. Oh, boy, this is not over yet. Hard racing at its finest, and Chase Johnson goes to second. And now it's Sullivan's turn to hang on because here comes Andrews. Oh, he almost took the Johnson. He did take Johnson out. Sullivan's involved. Andrews is in it. Dorso locks the brakes up. He's involved as well. Yellow lights are on. Turpin involved. Oh, my goodness. That was just ridiculous racing. See if any of these drivers are going to be happy or not.
All right, so race control is going to review that. Let us know when you are 2-2.
My goodness, they were racing very hard for that spot.
Your only yellow. I believe we're going to be restarting this with one.
And that's the only yellow of the race because we will have single file restarts the rest of the way according to race control. And don't be surprised if Johnson and Sullivan are not going to be happy at each other. We're going to take this one from the aerial shot. Just give you a better perspective of what happened. Sullivan just came down an inch on Johnson. Then he put Sullivan actually in the wall. Sullivan comes down to Johnson. Gets both of them loosey-goosey. They go sideways. Andrews off the front bumper gets involved. Gregorio Emiliano Dorso keeps a piece of it. Sullivan keeps his car straight. Holy moly. And then, oh, almost got Derek Colson. Then there's Luke Turpin, who will have to go to an 11 o'clock session likely. That's in real time right there, folks. Let's check and see if we've got Whale PD on, by the way. And we do. We're hearing nothing on Whale PD. Very quiet. Making sure we can hear race control just fine once we get a 2-2. Let's watch one more angle of it here. Does this give you a good angle? Eh, not really. A little bit of a wider shot of what went down in turns 3 and 4. And look at the crowd just, they cannot believe what they just saw. These drivers were all safely in transfer spots. They were just racing way too hard, trying to get in. This is Chase Johnson's onboard. Let's watch from another shot. Let's watch from the rear end. They were all easily in transfer spots, and now it just cost them big time.
Thank you for the 2-2. Bowen's doing Bowen things, drivers. There will be no more cautions. We'll get this wrapped up.
Let's go to Dorso. And last but not least, Luke Turpin. And actually, we're going to focus stay away from that because Turpin's been blinking a lot. So, this is going to be a really good restart. Now, did anyone pit under that situation? Jeremy Lutto pitted, and
all right, one to green,
Stephen Rex pitted.
Double up, inside, outside, inside, outside. Check those heads-up displays. Make sure you are in the correct lane and behind the correct car. You're going green this time by. Driver's going to be restarting with what looks like about 3 to go, maybe. So, take care of each other out there. We will review the finish.
3 laps to go. Kenny Tripp, Sean Andrews, row 1. Gregorio Dorso, Tyler Batchelder, row 2. Matt Bear, Ryan Seams, row 3. John Friley, Chase Johnson, row 4. Art Hendren, Stephen Rex, round out the top 5. Pace truck is in. Here we go. When does Kenny Tripp fire? He fires now. 3 lap shootout underway. Who's getting the final spot right now? Currently it belongs to Matt Bear. Oh, he put the bumper on Dorso. Bear is loose. There goes Seeds by. He's looking for 5th. Oh, Batchelder upside down. Side over side. End over end for the 53. Sullivan is involved as well.
I like how you hold your lane.
Oh, they're still wrecking. Chase Johnson, Jeremy Leto. This is madness. Keep in mind, we are staying green. 2 laps to go. It is Tripp, Andrew, Seams, Bear, and Dorso, your top 5. Keep in mind, race control will review everything. There you see Friley, the first man out in 6. White flag is in the air. 1 lap to go. Could Matt Bear pull it in possibly and go for a pole? We'll have to see in just a moment. But for the win in Heat 4, it's Kenny Tripp versus Sean Andrews. On the final lap, Matt Bear is crashing the 19. He's going to call it for until 11 o'clock. Off of turn 4, Kenny Tripp takes home Heat 4. Transferring in, Sean Andrews, Gregorio Dorso, John Friley, and Ryan Seams.
All right, so race control is going to review the
It is the first time a female owner in Danielle Sargent
we're going to take a look at
makes it
a
in.
rundown as to who our top 5 actually are.
Appreciate that brake check there, Ryan. Oh, never mind that.
All right, we're going to review everything first off and show you what went down. And all this is going to be shown in real time as the fireworks fly for Kenny Tripp. And we're going to talk with him in just a moment. First off, let's bring Tripp in here into the room first off. I think he is currently waiting for us. And I think he is. Alrighty, Kenny Tripp, before you and I talk, I'm gonna share my screen with you. So we're gonna have a little fun here. I'm gonna show you. Take a seat here. You're about to see some crazy action for sure. Let's see if we can get it to work first off and see if we can stream this from the source. There we go. All right, so first off, before we talk with Kenny Tripp, this is what we saw with Patrick Sullivan. Again, keep in mind everything is in real time. There you see he goes around in turn 3. But let's go to the green flag here and watch Tyler Batchelder. You saw before he switched it, a wheel flew off of one of these cars. Now watch the fifth. First off, you see Matt Bear and Gregorio Dorso. They put the bumper on each other, and Dorso, he squeezes Batchelder up and into the wall and sends the 53 for a wild tumble. Do not be surprised if Dorso loses the top 5 spot there because of it, and that could put Art Hendren up into a transfer spot. That's the first thing we saw there. Now let's go over and watch Chase Johnson in the 57 here. As Bear and Dorso were still trading paint, Art Hendren gets into Chase Johnson and takes Jeremy Letta with him for the ride. Now could that possibly move Steven Rex up into the top 5? Johnson flipped it too as well. We didn't see that until a moment. And now finally Matt Bear, we expected him, he was going to go off and wait at 11 o'clock to see if he could go for a pole position. He bumped Ryan Seams. I don't know what that was for. That's uncalled for. And Bear takes himself out of the running and takes him out. But we know one man who is good, that's for sure. And that's Kenny Tripp in the number 12. Kenny, you had a hell of a race car there. Just walk us through your race.
I was actually a lot better than I expected. I threw a different setup in last minute, and I was pretty good. Made a couple changes and got up to second in the qualifying standings. And then, unfortunately, Terrapin had some connection issues, and I was stomping him for a while. I really didn't want to see that yellow, that's for sure.
Yeah, no question about it. Did you happen to notice Sean Andrews there in your rearview mirror, and what did you think he was going to go for there in turns 3 or I should say turns 3 and 4, but the entire final lap?
I was pretty tight there. I gotta fix that for the feature for tomorrow. But I thought Andrews was gonna go in a little deep and try to get me. That's why I went in probably a lot deeper than I thought.
Sorry.
Finish.
Hang on.
All incidents in the last 5 laps. No penalties. Top 5 stand.
No penalties. The top 5 stand. Dorso, Friley, and Seams. We just wanted to get that out there. I'm sorry for interrupting you there, Kenny. We just wanted to hear the final call. Keep on going.
Yeah, so anyways, I was good. I thought Andrews was going to go in a lot harder than he did, so I went in probably a little too hard. I think if he would have went in just as easy as he should have, and with me going in hard, he would have definitely been on me. But that's really something that thanks for sharing that end of the race with me, because I didn't expect to see no penalties for sure. I thought something was going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, same here, man. You're not alone. All right, Kenny, we will let you go, man. Congratulations, and we will see you tomorrow night.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You as well. So let's show you the official race results. They are on your screen. Just an insane heat race number 4 there indeed. Tripp, Andrews, Dorso, Friley, and Seams. Transfer on in. And just an insane heat race. So that's really good for Ryan Seams that he makes the top 5. If he did not, because we now have an entry list of 44 drivers, Seams could be the one that would have been going home, unless the 062 would not show up for heat race number 5. Then Seams would have made it in, because this is the 131's first ever XCAL race. So they make it in via top 5. So that's really good to see out of a great driver in Ryan Seams. That is for sure. So now, who does that put on the bubble next? Well, according to my calculations, Mike Stoddard in the number 14 is the next man out, and he has not made it in yet. So he has to hope either the 062 does not show up, or he makes top 5, or else if the 062 does show up, and I have not seen what's going on in terms of their the other two in terms of their MMPs, then Mike Stoddard would be the first man out. So again, we are just in the process. Oh, look at that. Kenny Tripp showing us a late little burnout there. Took some time to chat with us before he started up the smoke show there. No question about that. Let's go back and show you the best times, by the way, amongst the drivers that made it in. So we're still figuring this all out here. So John Friley had a 21.653. And then Ryan Seams with a 21.519. So with everything all wrapped up, Kenny Tripp currently provisionally second in the polls in the heat winners. Sean Andrews provisionally is 7th. Gregorio Emiliano Dorso provisionally in 10th position now. John Friley is provisionally in 14th. And Ryan Seams provisionally is in the 16th position. So as we get all this all finalized here, Kenny Tripp is already in. John Friley is in via is in now. We will update everything here in a moment. So what I have for the first man out will be Ryan Seams. Everyone else would receive provisionals and top 15s depending on where they are in the standings. So yeah, make sure you tune in at 11 o'clock. Keep in mind, no commentary for heat race number 5. Should be a good one. This broadcast has been a presentation of XCAL Racing, the premier